Hi everyone, this is Deborah and today I'm continuing on with my Combo Coverlet. This block that I'm doing, or this piece that I'm doing next, is an idea that's come from Catherine at K3N in what she calls her Wonky log cabins. Now I love a log cabin, and so this one really caught my eye. I'm using a variety of blues and browns with red as the center of the log cabin, but you could really do this in any colour. I'm using an old pillowcase to sew on top of. I find a smaller piece will work better in this instance. And I started by just laying the pillowcase out and then dropping the little red squares that I'm using as the centre of the log cabin block just randomly all over the top of the pillowcase and sewing from there. And I also am using fabric from different lines. I just ordered fabric in the blues and browns. Some of it is plain. The plain is a Bella Solid from Moda, and the pattern fabric is all from all different companies. When the blocks come together, that's when you need to fold one of them over. Now in this part here, I've decided that that particular bit of fabric was too wide, so I've gone and cut it vertically, and then I'm going to add another piece onto it. But first of all, I need to add another strip of blue because I'm going around, as you do with a log cabin, and I want to make sure that as much as possible I follow that traditional log cabin shape. So I'm just looking for a piece of blue to put on there. Then as the blocks come together, they need to be kind of parallel with each other. And you can just do that by turning your fabric slightly. You can see here I've got that pale blue showing, and that's because I wanted my piece of fabric to be a bit more parallel with the block beside it, so that when I turn it over, when I roll that 1/4 inch edge over, it will then cover up that white space between the two blocks, and I'll have a nice neat edge on there. So the blues I'm using range from this very dark blue with a white spot on it through to quite a pale blue, and then I've got some of the stripes and other sorts of designs. Now this piece here is going off the edge of the pillowcase, and that's okay. I don't mind if it does that because I can just trim that back later. As the blocks get closer to each other, I try and make them so that they will kind of line up, and that one piece of fabric on one block isn't going to cover all of the fabric on the block beside it. And if that happens, then I just trim it down lengthways so that that won't happen. So this is where two of the blocks are about to come together here. In fact, there's 3 of them, but for 2 of them, they are kind of reasonably parallel. They're fine, I think. So I will just pick a piece of fabric and sew it on. Now, obviously, the block that goes above the one that I've got my hand on at the moment, I haven't done that yet. So that will be another decision that needs to be made. I've got this little thin piece of fabric here that I'm about to sew on. The junctions are probably the things that you need to think about the most. That's what I've found, and in the last video I did as well with that type, it was the junctions that kind of not brought me unstuck, but something that I had to put some thought into. I know that Catherine on K3N says that if to cover that sort of thing, you basically put an applique piece on. Now those two are not quite meeting, and obviously I need to roll one of the edges over, lay one of the edges down because I don't want any raw edge. So I need to decide if I'm going to add a piece to the brown block or the blue block. I'm using Janome 6600P at the moment on this particular quilt. I am also using my walking foot. It's pretty much permanently there. It's an inbuilt walking foot, but you don't have to use a walking foot for this project because there's no batting and there's no backing, so it would sew through a normal machine. Now you can see here I'm just testing how far that's going to go over, and if I didn't like the width of that, I could just roll it over a bit more or even cut a piece off lengthways. So I need to put some other pieces underneath that pale blue block as I'm indicating, and then I will tuck their raw edges underneath the blue and white stripe part. So that's just why I haven't sewn that blue piece down at this point in time. What I'm doing here is creating part of a block on the edge of the fabric. So I'm just trying to work out in my head how this will work, because this is just made up. So I'm thinking if I put a half a block, or the edge of the red block on the edge of my piece of fabric, and then just continued with the strips around it as though it were a whole block. So I'm kind of working out in my head how that would work, and it seemed to work reasonably well in the end. I just felt that section there was too big to just continue laying down the blocks, the pieces of fabric from the 2 blocks that was there, and that's why I decided to add another block in on the edge. I do that a few times throughout this. It's not a perfect science, and I guess that when I just put the original bits of red down onto the piece of fabric, I decided that that was enough at that point, but now, having come this far, I obviously need to add more to it. So I've determined that I would start with the brown this time, imagining that the blue is off the edge of the fabric and therefore I don't need to do that. And I'm just testing whether or not rolling that top piece of striped fabric would cover the brown gingham fabric that I've got there. And I'm working out what has to come on next, and the answer is that I need to put another piece of brown down. You can see here I'm just finishing up that to try and get this piece of the quilt or the coverlet, this section, completely done. And because that pale blue has a raw edge, I want to use the floral fabric as the solid edge, or as the rolled over edge in this case. And just decided I needed another little piece to add on to that. And that's the beauty of this method, is that if something doesn't look right or you want to add something else in, you can just lay it over the top. And actually throughout the quilt, I actually have a couple of pieces that are stitched down on both sides because what I had there wasn't working. So I just covered little bits of it up as I needed to do that. Just take the top of that piece off so that it doesn't interfere with the striped piece as it comes across and gets laid over the top. I'm continuing on to fill in some of the gaps now, having got the major pieces done, and just working out how I'm going to fill in the gaps and which particular block I'm going to add the next piece of fabric to. It does require quite a bit of twisting and turning, this particular method of quilting, but I think it's quite fun if you just sit at your machine with your strips of fabric and a pair of scissors, and you can just work on it as you want to. It's a very freeing method of quilting, I found, and the end result to me looks really nice. I hope that you think the same when I show you how it got finished up. Alright, so I have ended up finishing the whole piece now, and I think it looks fantastic. I'm super pleased with it. I'm going to do this technique again because I just love it. I think it's great. I've put a red binding, and I will continue that all around the sides. It's the same fabric that I used in the middle. I've got enough of it. It's only a small piece, and then I'm not sure what I'm going to join this to, what the block beside it's going to be. But you can also see, and I will zoom in so I'll give you a nice close look at it, is that I have used that same stitch everywhere I needed to put the one that's over the top down. So this one here, for example, these ones down here. No, I'm not in shot. Sorry, let me go up here. This one here, I still have to put another one over here. I'm thinking that I will just put a piece over there and stitch it round. And you can see wherever I needed to do that, I've just caught them all down. This one here is a complete piece over the top. I didn't, obviously, I don't remember, but I didn't like the join between those two. So I've just put a whole piece there, and I don't mind that. I may have even put that whole piece there. I'm not sure anymore. But I hope that you like that, and now I'll just let you have a look up close for a little while. I still have some threads that I need to cut off. There's still a couple that I haven't spotted, but I'll get that done. But this block, I think now I can put it away and call it done. I will use this fabric again in this combo coverlet I'm doing because I've got more of it left, and why not? It's nice fabric, and I think that it's going to work out okay. So for now, I hope you enjoyed that. And this is Deborah. I'll catch you next time. Cheers.